My girlfriend admitted she trashed my mother's grave and said I needed to let go. She smirked. It happened at her family barbecue last Sunday. I'd been dating Marissa for 8 months, and she'd been pushing me to move on from my mom's death for weeks. The signs were there, looking back. 3 weeks ago, she rolled her eyes when I mentioned visiting the cemetery. It's morbid, Julian. Dead people can't appreciate flowers. 2 weeks ago, she forgot to pick me up for our planned visit, leaving me stranded until I could get an Uber. Last week, she flat out refused to go with me anymore. I'm not enabling this obsession, she'd said, scrolling through her phone while I got ready to leave. Your therapist would agree with me. I never told her my therapist actually encouraged the visits, said honoring my mom's memory was healthy grieving, not obsession. But Marissa had this way of twisting things, making me question myself. The barbecue was at her parents' house in their pristine suburban backyard. Marissa had been weird all morning, checking her phone constantly and giving me these sideways looks. Her mom kept asking when we were getting serious, and Marissa would just laugh it off with comments like, Julian has some growing up to do first. Her family always made me feel small. Her dad was some hotshot corporate lawyer, her brother worked in finance, and they had this way of talking about money and success that made my job at the community center sound like charity work. Marissa would just sit there, never defending me, sometimes even piling on. Julian volunteers with kids, she'd say in this patronizing tone. It's sweet, but obviously not sustainable long term. I'd started bringing flowers to mom's grave every Sunday without fail. White roses, her favorite, plus the little teddy bear she'd given me for my 8th birthday that I'd kept on my desk through college. It was our routine. I'd tell her about my week, about Marissa, about work. Sometimes I'd just sit there in the quiet, but lately things had been off at the cemetery. Flowers moved around, the teddy bear knocked over. I figured it was wind or maybe groundskeepers, but it kept happening. Last Sunday, everything was just gone, completely missing. At the barbecue, Marissa's cousin Alyssa was being actually nice to me for once, asking about my volunteer work with the kids' basketball team. That's when she mentioned the flowers. I think it's so sweet how you visit your mom, Alyssa said, refilling her lemonade. My grandmother's buried there too. I always see your fresh roses when I visit her. Marissa had been listening from across the patio, and I watched her face change, that look she got when she was about to say something cutting. We were standing by the dessert table when Alyssa asked about it directly. Do you have a specific day you bring flowers? I might start doing the same for Grandma. Marissa's face twisted into this ugly expression. Her parents were right there, along with her brother and his wife, all the aunts and uncles. Perfect audience. Actually, I threw those disgusting roses in the trash last week, she announced loud enough for everyone to hear. And I stepped on that little teddy bear too. Julian needs to stop being pathetic and let go. The entire backyard went dead silent. Her brother looked genuinely shocked. Marissa, what the hell? But Marissa wasn't done. She was on a roll now, feeding off the attention. Someone had to intervene. It's been 2 years, Julian. Normal people don't spend every weekend talking to headstones. It's creepy and unhealthy and frankly embarrassing for me to explain to people. You went to my mother's grave? I asked calmly. Someone had to intervene. It's been 2 years, Julian. Grow up. I nodded slowly, pulled out my phone and showed her the screen. It was a live security feed from the cemetery. Weird thing about grief, Marissa. Makes you protective. So I installed cameras last month when flowers kept disappearing. Her smirk vanished instantly. The cemetery director is very interested in prosecuting vandalism. Apparently desecrating graves is a felony. But hey, I shrugged, heading for the door. Maybe prison will help you let go too. My phone's been buzzing all week. I haven't answered.